She alleges on Australia 3-day not a hostage situation, I'll call it. She alleges that she was basically kept captive in that house in Australia. Johnny wouldn't let her out. He was yelling at her all the time. And each day he was physically abusing her, and he was doing all kinds of things. And it all essentially culminated, and she was hiding in bathrooms and stuff like that. Now, it all culminated really on March 8th. So sometime, and they'd been arguing, overnight as well. And Johnny agrees with that. They align on that part. They were arguing. But what led up to that was that she just found out that Johnny wanted a post-nup. They'd just been married, and he wanted a post-nup agreement, and she was not happy about that at all. Hence why there was an argument, hence why all of this stuff happened. And so on March 8th, Johnny's basically, his testimony is he was moving from place to place in the house, trying to avoid her, trying to get away from her, and trying to avoid any confrontation. He'd had enough. And the word he uses is he was harangued. She was haranguing him everywhere he went. Now, Johnny had been sober up until this point for about a year. He hadn't drunk any alcohol. And he said he just couldn't take it anymore. So he went downstairs to the bar in that Australia house and started drinking because he just couldn't handle the rage anymore from her. Anyway, she kept at him, and she threw one vodka bottle at him, which went past his head and smashed behind on the wall. And then she threw a second bottle, and his hand was resting on the countertop at this point. She threw a second bottle, which smashed against the bar and his finger, and it severed the top of his finger. And so from there, he admits that he was angry, of course, and he went and he smeared blood and some paint and stuff on walls, mirrors, things like that. So he admits to doing that, but he also says he was in shock and he doesn't actually know 100% what he did or not, because he was in shock about his finger, and the bone was exposed, so it was very very gruesome. But the timeline of events after that is very interesting, because he did go and his bodyguard Malcolm Connolly came and picked him up from the house, who says that Amber was screaming and yelling and all this kind of stuff, but she also changed her behavior. She was going from I'm sorry, what have I done, to I can't believe you're going to leave because of this. I can't believe, you've said this or done that. And so she was angry at him in one sense. And then she was remorseful and guilty in another sense. And there is a small audio clip, which she recorded herself. I do not know why, but she recorded herself in that Australia house after that incident where they were trying to look for Johnny's finger. And you can hear her in the background saying, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Now, that's very, very telling for me, and for somebody who says that they were locked and they were a hostage in that home for 3 days with no communications, didn't have a phone, couldn't do anything. And there's a really, really great breakdown from Incredibly Average on YouTube on that one, and also SEC, who's in the chat right now. She's got a great channel breaking down or going through the Andy files as well. So,
so I'm gonna have to link to everybody in the description below. Everyone that I've been writing down as you've been mentioning them, but SEC, Andy Files, Incredibly Average. I'll have to link them in the description below so that people can check those out if they're curious.
And there's also Dr. Soup and Come Geek Some too. They're really really good at covering this too. So I think they've been in the chat as well, which is nice to see.
Yes, I think so. So and also hey guys, thanks for coming and checking this out. So yeah, I will be putting all of them in the description below as well, so that people can check it out.